welcome back to another Stitches and Scribbles bullet journal tutorial. I decided to go really heavy with washi tapes for this one because if you watched my last bullet journal you saw that the month of February for me was a lot of drawing, so I wanted something a little bit simpler this month, so I decided to pick a palette of washi tapes in shades mostly of green with some pops of lavender and pinkish tones for a plant theme. So I'm starting off the month with my quote that goes next to my title page for the month. Just added some different lettering and all my shades of markers I decided to use. I am using Crayola Super Tips for this journal spread. I found that they bled through the paper a little bit less than my Stabilos did, although they still weren't fantastic, so I'm still on the hunt for some better markers. Then I put in my March title with some flowers and a simple wreath design. And you guys know too, if you've watched my other videos, I always mark the edge of the month title with some tape so I can find it from the outside. Then I started setting up my first weekly spread with this really cute succulent washi tape. I really liked how it was mostly transparent with just the little plants sticking through. It blended really nicely into the paper. I divided off my daily sections with some thin washi tape. I purchased all of this washi tape on Amazon, but I know that Amazon's washi tape collection fluctuates quite a bit. But I just did a search for plant washi tape and then for thin washi tape to get the really skinny ones. Added in my extra sections, then the dates, all in shades of green. Second spread, kind of similar, but I chose some different tapes to work with, and for this one, I was trying to go for a look like all of my weekly sections were taped into the notebook instead of just being drawn on. I don't think it quite got to the effect that I was looking for, but it still looks pretty cute. So I did some uneven weekly sections, kind of staggered, with a green marker. And then I started going in with tape on the corners, again attempting to make it look like it was sort of taped in there, almost like scrapbooking style. I started with some solid green tape and then I put some floral tape overlapping with the green. And this floral tape was also pretty transparent, so I got the effect of it being both over the green and over the white of the pages. Then I just added in my dates and my titles for the extra sections that I do, and the days of the week. Added another row of the floral washi tape along the bottom along with some skinny ones to kind of accent other corners, just because I wanted some more pops of that floral color. And for this spread I started with a leaf patterned washi tape. I know that this type of leaf has a specific name, but I can never remember what it is, so I'm not even going to try to say it. But if you know what type of leaf this is, please let me know in the comments and teach me how to pronounce it correctly because I can never remember. So I did more of a thick outline for all of my weekly sections for this one, since that tape is wider. And then did some accents with a thinner washi tape in a coordinating color. Then I just labeled my sections and put in the dates and days of the week. For this one I wanted kind of a different shape, so I went with a Chevron Design. I did one kind of like this in my January bullet journal with markers. I split up the sections the same way, they're just all on an angle. So I lined it up with the washi tape first and then trimmed it to fit the edge of the page instead of folding it over. This washi tape was really cool because it had some foil details on it, so it was really metallic. I split up the daily sections with thin washi tape did all of my labels. I also used the thin washi tape to separate some of my extra sections as well. For this final week, I only needed 3 sections because we're ending the month on a Wednesday. So I decided to use hanging plants as my dividers and then do a whole page of the hanging plant design. So I started by drawing lines down from my section divider and from the top of the page, and then drew in the little pots in gray. I then used different shades of green to add different shaped leaves. I have some that spill over the edges of the pots and some that just kind of stick out of the top. I also did some heart-shaped leaves, some spiky ones, and some that were more like kind of curly-Q shapes. I added the hanging ropes to each pot and then did my labels. Ended it with a cute little quote to go with the hanging plant theme. Then I did my monthly spreads, so I have all of my monthly trackers, and I accented the top of each tracker with another one of those translucent washi tapes. If you see me flipping back and forth in the video, it's because I was checking to make sure that I put in every section that I usually do. So you can see me flipping back to February's trackers. And anywhere I had blank space, I added more rows of the washi tape just to get an extra pop of color. I did use a thin Stabilo for the really tiny details that I needed for my habit tracker. And for my mood tracker this month, I went with a plant design. I'm sure you could have seen that coming. So I started with a pot at the bottom and then a vine and leaves going up. I drew as many leaves as I could fit and then split the vine or stem into sections for the remaining days that I needed. Colored in the flower pot and added my colors to my mood tracker code. And then just filled in that little extra space with some stripes of that washi tape. Then I realized I forgot to add it to my table of contents, so I'm adding my little tiny strip of tape there. And here's the final flip through. I thought this turned out pretty good, even the spread for the second week that I think didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But I think that this is a really cute theme and really easy if you're short on time for bullet journaling. The washi tape definitely made it go a lot faster. It usually takes me like 2 or 3 hours to do a month's worth of spread, and this one took like maybe an hour-ish, even with the drawings I did add.